The sun hung high and unforgiving above the wide savanna. The earth had cracked open like an old clay pot left too long in the fire. For many days, no rain had fallen. The rivers had shrunk into thin, tired streams, and the wind carried dust instead of the scent of life. In a small village nestled between scattered baobab trees, hunger walked freely among the people and the animals alike. Children went to sleep with empty stomachs. Mothers stirred pots filled with little more than hope. Even the birds had grown quiet. But among them all, one creature still watched and thought carefully. Tortoise. Tortoise was slow in step, but never slow in mind. While others complained or searched blindly for food, he listened, he observed, he waited. One evening, as the sky softened into deep orange and purple, Tortoise wandered far beyond the village, following a faint, unusual scent carried on the breeze. It was warm, rich, comforting. Food. Carefully, he pushed through dry grass until he came upon a small clearing. There, beneath a crooked tree, rested a simple calabash. It looked ordinary, smooth, brown, quiet, but the aroma was not. It smelled of fresh pounded fufu, soft, stretchy, steaming, and thick, rich soup filled with spices that made the air dance. Tortoise drew closer. "This is no ordinary calabash." He sat before it and spoke gently. "If there is truth in this hunger, feed me." At once, the calabash trembled. Then it filled, overflowing with smooth white fufu and deep golden soup shimmering with oil and flavor. The scent wrapped around him like a warm embrace. Tortoise did not rush. He ate slowly, gratefully, each bite melting on his tongue, each swallow filling not just his belly, but his spirit. "This calabash listens to truth," he said quietly, "and it gives without end." From that day, he returned each evening, always speaking honestly, always receiving just enough. And soon, he began to share. The week grew stronger. Laughter returned. Empty pots were empty no more. But not all eyes saw with gratitude. Hidden in the tall grass was Hyena, watching, listening, waiting. His eyes gleamed. But Hyena did not care for truth, only for possession. "That calabash should be mine." That night, under a pale and silent moon, greed moved quietly. Hyena crept forward, seized the calabash, and disappeared into the forest. By morning, it was gone. Tortoise arrived, looked, and understood. He did not shout. He did not panic. "Greed has taken what truth revealed," he said softly. But greed never walks far without stumbling. Meanwhile, Hyena gathered the animals. "Come, come," he howled. "Today you will feast." They came, hungry, hopeful. Hyena stood tall. "I deserve the finest meal. Fill yourself and feed us." Nothing happened. He tried again, louder. "I earned it. Give me food." The calabash shook. Then a voice rose. "You lie." The animals stirred. "You stole what truth gave. You speak with greed. You speak without honesty." Suddenly, it burst, not with food, but with thick, sticky mess splattering across Hyena's face and body. The smell turned sour. The animals gasped, then laughed. "Greed sits in your belly, and lies sit on your tongue." Humiliated, furious, Hyena ran. Through the forest, through shadows, through shame. But Tortoise had already prepared. A narrow path, a hidden trap, deep, sticky mud covered with dry leaves. Hyena rushed forward and stepped into it. He sank, deeper and deeper. "Help! Help!" No one came. From behind a rock, Tortoise emerged. "You run fast, Hyena," he said, "but greed runs faster." The Calabash answered truth. You answered only hunger. Hyena's voice weakened. "I was wrong." Tortoise watched. Then, slowly, he helped him out. But Hyena rose, covered in mud, heavy, ashamed. The Calabash returned, and once again it answered, only to honesty. And so the village remembered. Greed may promise abundance, but it empties the soul. Honesty may ask for little, but it feeds both body and spirit.